Why does Chase Bank keep doing this?
They did nothing.
Kate Duttler says she waited for months for Chase Bank to investigate a $10,000 check that she mailed out of state, a check that was stolen. Kate says she just found out that Chase Bank didn't investigate at all.
Then they did it to another couple, but this couple said we're not going for this.
Their 3 Chase Bank accounts totaling more than $48,000 were frozen and closed by their own bank, Chase.
Now, I'm not saying that you need to close all of your Chase Bank accounts, but what if this happened to you? Honestly, I can't believe that Chase Bank keeps doing this. Check this out.
Yeah, this viewer is out 10 grand, and she says it's because of 2 things. Number 1, she says her bank misled her about any so-called investigation it claims it was doing. And number 2, she says a play on words sealed her fate.
They did nothing.
Kate Duttler says she waited for months for Chase Bank to investigate a $10,000 check that she mailed out of state, a check that was stolen. But Kate says she just found out that Chase Bank didn't investigate at all.
And Chase Bank is doing nothing. And they're telling me that it's because I missed the deadline.
In a previous On Your Side report, Kate explained how she mailed this check to an elderly relative in Chicago, a check that her relative never received. When she logged online to her bank account to see what happened, she discovered disturbing news. Apparently, the check had been intercepted by a scammer, and as you can see, it was altered by removing her relative's name and writing in unprecedented eats instead in the pay-to-order line.
Now, I know what you're thinking. To me, when I first saw this, I thought, okay, maybe she felt for some type of scam. Because let's be honest, usually when people get up in age, they start falling for scams. I was wrong.
Kate reported the fraud to Chase Bank, which gives you up to a year to report altered checks. But Chase says the check wasn't altered.
They're putting the onus back on me now because they're saying that the check was counterfeit and that you only have 65 days to report a counterfeit check. Yet if the check is altered, you get a year.
You heard right. Chase told Kate the check was counterfeit, not altered, and the deadline for reporting a counterfeit check had already passed. At a glance, the checks look the same, but look closer. The pay-to-order line is different. So is the security info on the side.
I mean, it's like, wow, you're going to hold that against me?
And it gets worse. The scammer cashed the forged check at TD Bank, and Chase reassured Kate for months that they were waiting for TD Bank to investigate.
And for months, every month, for 3 months, I've been getting a letter stating that they still haven't heard back from TD Bank.
But Chase admits it never actually contacted TD Bank and now says those letters were automatically generated. So Kate is out $10,000 and the theft won't even be investigated, even though we now know who cashed it.
It's a crime, it was fraud, and Chase has done nothing.
Also, if you're looking for a way to monitor your personal credit and your business credit, our sponsor for this video, Identity IQ, is the best solution to do so. Identity IQ provides solutions for personal credit reports, business credit reports, and they also just launched a new feature in which you can report your utility bills that you pay every single month to your credit report and get an easy credit increase. Now, isn't that crazy? We clearly see that this check was altered. It's completely altered. Look at this. And she clearly wouldn't do this to herself. And not only that, now I'm not putting everything on Chase Bank. I'm not going to put all of it on Chase Bank. TD Bank has some fault as well. Now, according to the story, TD Bank never gave the lady an update either. Now, don't get me wrong. I get it. We talked about this on the last video, right? There are fraudsters, scammers, people that do stuff all the time. In my personal opinion, you will probably never be able to stop those types of things from happening. Everybody debit cards gets taken or stolen or whatever the case is. Somebody bought some stuff using my debit card in Utah. So again, this type of random stuff happens all the time. But when a real person says, hey, this is what happened, at the end of the day, if you decide that, hey, this looks like fraud or we don't trust this person, we're going to close their accounts. If that's what you're going to do, then do it. but don't keep people's money. You know, for the most part, you can see that a person is using the debit card every day. They got bills taken out every day. They got their mortgage taken out every day. They get their, well, not every day, but you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. They're paying their card notes. They're living. All of their money is in this one account. I know what you guys are saying. Calvin, this is why you can't have all your money, in one bank. I hear you, but let's be honest. This shouldn't be happening. But like I said, if you're going to close the account, just close the account. Give me my money back. But listen, they did this to another couple, but this couple got money and they said, we not going for this.
The couple you're about to see has 3 bank accounts with Chase for a total of around $48,000. But 3 months ago, Chase froze those accounts without any explanation, and now it's refusing these viewers access to their own money.
I feel like I'm guilty until proven innocent, basically.
Turns out their 3 Chase bank accounts totaling more than $48,000 were frozen and closed by their own bank, Chase. And the only explanation Chase is giving the retired couple is that it's related to recent activity on the account. Barb and Steve say, what does that even mean?
That is like beating your head against a brick wall. It literally is, because you go through person after person. I'm not sure I can help you with this. Let me let you talk to this person.
Even with On Your Side's involvement, Chase Bank continues to hold the couple's money hostage without explanation. And it's been 3 months.
It's very frustrating. Very, very infuriating, actually, would be a good word.
Well, here's the update. These 2 retirees have now resorted to suing Chase, one of the largest banks in the nation. According to the lawsuit obtained by On Your Side, their lawyer writes that he has contacted Chase Bank's executive office by email and telephone on multiple occasions since, but received no explanation regarding why Chase Bank seized the Whites' money. He goes on to say Chase Bank has been enriched by seizing the Whites' money, and that the Whites have been impoverished by Chase Bank's failure to allow them access to their own money. They're asking for the return of their $48,000, interest, and attorney's fees, and any other relief the court deems just and proper.
Now, it should never get to the point in which we need to hire an attorney to get a law firm involved. It shouldn't even get to that point. Again, like I said earlier, if you're going to close my account, just close the account, but don't hold my money hostage. I shouldn't be chasing my money at Chase Bank. See what I did there? Now, the story doesn't end there. Chase Bank most definitely responded back to that lawsuit.
Chase's attorneys called ours and said, Chase wants to give you your money back.
Barb and Steve White have been waiting 4 long months to hear those words. And to make matters worse, Chase refused to give the couple any kind of an explanation.
It would have been really appropriate and nice of them to say, hey, you guys, this is what we see. Can you explain? Can you give us a heads up? Can we work this out? Nothing. It was just, we're going to take your money.
When On Your Side initially got involved, Chase refused to discuss the issue with us as well, leaving the Whites only one option left. They had to file this lawsuit against Chase to get their $50,000 back. As their court date was approaching, Chase finally gave in and returned the couple's full amount, nearly $50,000, and have moved all of their money to another bank.
It still leaves a real bad taste in your mouth, just not having any explanation as to why.
And as you can see, these are the 3 checks that Chase Bank issued to our viewers, totaling almost $50,000. Of course, On Your Side did reach out to Chase Bank, but they did not want to talk about the issue.
Now, I'm not saying that we need to take all our money out of Chase Bank. I'm not saying that. Now, you do whatever you want to do. I'm just giving you the information that a big bank, a bank as big as Chase Bank, it seems like they could just do whatever they want to do. Nobody has said anything. The government, the FTC. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that sometimes like consumers have to come together against bigger companies, but this is big enough for a company for someone to get more involved. Now, I know Chase Bank has great products. They're easily accessible. They're nationwide, et cetera, et cetera. But what I can't wrap my mind around is that you guys are not only closing accounts for stupid reasons, but you are making it extremely difficult for people to get their own money back. Now, once you do that, you paint people into a corner. You force them to go get an attorney, to go get a law firm. Everyone doesn't have money for that. And not only do people not necessarily have money for that, they shouldn't have to do all that to get their own money. They keep doing this. I'm tired of talking about this. I'll see you guys at the next video.